Which animal class does the falcon belong to? The falcon belongs to the bird class. This is correct because it shows defining bird traits. For example, the falcon is associated with high-speed dive, and it is widely known as one of the fastest birds. Understanding classification helps identify shared body structures, life processes, and evolutionary relationships. What type of diet is most typical for a falcon? The correct answer is carnivore. A falcon is typically described as a carnivore based on what it usually eats in nature. This dietary pattern fits its body design and behavior. In this case, its high-speed dive supports the way it obtains or processes food. Knowing diet types helps explain food webs and ecosystem balance. Which biological adaptation best matches this description? Helps an animal resemble another species or object. Mimicry is correct because it directly matches the description. In animal biology, mimicry is an adaptation that improves survival or reproduction in a specific environmental context. Scientists study these traits to understand how species persist under pressure from predators, climate, and competition. Which animal is best known as the largest living lizard? Komodo dragon is correct because it is the animal most widely recognized for being the largest living lizard. This fact is commonly taught in zoology and general science. These record holder facts are useful because they highlight standout anatomical or behavioral adaptations among species. Which animal is especially known for working in highly organized colonies? Ant is correct because this behavior is strongly associated with that species. Behavioral adaptations help animals feed, avoid danger, and reproduce successfully. In the case of the ant, this behavior is a major part of how it survives in worldwide. Which body feature is most closely associated with a butterfly? Metamorphosis is correct because it is a characteristic feature of the butterfly. This body structure is not just recognizable, it also serves a functional role in survival. For example, it may help with feeding, movement, defense, temperature regulation, or communication. Which conservation problem is best described as this? Harmful waste damages ecosystems. Pollution is the correct answer because the description matches that conservation thread exactly. This issue can reduce population size, disrupt breeding, and damage ecosystems. Understanding conservation vocabulary is essential when discussing endangered species and habitat protection. Which animal best fits this statement? It is more strongly associated with land habitats. Frog is correct because it better matches the statement than the other options. Comparison questions test whether you can connect animals to their core ecological context. Here, the key is recognizing the species most strongly linked to that environment or lifestyle. Which animal is best known for this life cycle fact? It begins life as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, forms a chrysalis, and emerges as an adult. Butterfly is correct because that life cycle detail is a defining biological fact about the species. This relates to the concept of metamorphosis, which is important in zoology because it shows how development and reproduction vary across animals. Life cycle knowledge also helps explain survival strategies at different stages of life. Which of the following animals is most strongly associated with the wetland habitat? Crocodile is the best answer because it is commonly found in the wetland. This habitat is characterized by water-rich habitat, and crocodile has adaptations that help it survive there. Matching animals to habitats is important because environment strongly shapes feeding, movement, and survival strategies.